Oh man, this team, my New York Yankees, what are you doing? What has happened to this team, guys? I I'm at a loss for words with I'm at the point where I'm considering should we sell? It's crazy cuz we just started buying. The Yankees acquired Ryan McMahon today. That was the big news before the game. Stole all the headlines. And the Yankees faced the Phillies and they started off pretty good. Cody Bellinger hits a home run. Austin Wells hits a home run. And I'm feeling pretty good about this team again all of a sudden. But boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. The errors, the errors, the errors. The Yankees made two more errors tonight. One crucial one by Paul Goldschmidt. And then from there, it's just it was bullpen BP. The Yankees bullpen, and I've been saying this for quite a while now. This bullpen is terrible. We ain't going nowhere with this bullpen. We need arms immediately. And I'm going to get into the Ryan McMahon trade in a little bit because I truly believe that they made that trade quickly like that for a reason. Because they know they need arms. So they need to get that third baseman out the way and go attack the bullpen market, the pitching market. Will Warren didn't look too bad. He wasn't too bad. Gave up 2 earned runs. He did have an error himself, a throwing error to second base. But at the end, guys, look, we got to be honest with ourselves as fans. This team is just not good. They're just not. This team finds a way to lose. Like, they go out of their way to find a way to lose. And they got embarrassed today again. And you should see the look on Boone's face in the dugout. He looked panicked. This team is in panic mode. I'm pretty sure the front office is in panic mode. They're trying to salvage whatever they can. But it's starting to feel like it's too little too late. And that's been the New York Yankees for the past 16 years, 15 years, whatever it's been. A day late and a dollar short. Kyle Schwarber hit 2 home runs. Big G with a home run today. The offense did what they could, right? Granted, everything came off the long ball. But this bullpen is terrible. Luke Weaver is not the Luke Weaver we had last year. The bullpen combined gave up 2, 4, 6, 10 runs. 10 runs out of the bullpen. 10 freaking runs. Are you kidding me? How can you win? All of them, they suck. They're just all bad. And then poor Tim Hill, he's the only one that I really feel like, you know what? But Tim Hill pitches every game. He pitches every game. The poor guy's arm is about to fall off his body. Nonetheless, he gave up 2 runs. This is your bullpen, folks. This is the bullpen right here. You know, Luke Weaver, Paul Goldschmidt did have that big error there. But still, he went and gave up another big home run. Ian Hamilton. For a second there, I thought Ian Hamilton was going to get out of this clean. And he was looking pretty good. And then just when I was like, you know what? He might be able to pull it off. Boy, was I wrong. He got smoked immediately. Scott Efros, this guy, he looked like he wanted to cry on the mound. He looked like he wanted to cry. He could go back on the IL. I could care less. This is look, let me switch my camera. Guys, this is bad. This is really bad. Like I want to be optimistic. I'm really trying. Like, we love this team. I love this team. I want to have something to root for, but when I watch this team it, it's almost unwatchable. It started off pretty good and it just went downhill. Just downhill from there. And I really don't know if this team could be saved at this point. Even if they were to make it to the playoffs, and right now, I'll be honest, that's even that's up in the air. That might not happen. Good thing Boston lost today, Tampa Bay lost today, but the Blue Jays they just decided they're not going to lose anymore. And right now was it 5.5 games back? 5.5 games back for first place. It's not looking good for the New York Yankees. It really isn't. It really isn't. This is the box score today. 12-5. 10 runs given up by the bullpen. Will Warren went 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. The walks are 3 walks in 5 innings, not the greatest. And every run came off of a home run except for the sac fly by Aaron Judge. And this is another thing that's wrong with this team. Another thing that's wrong with this team. They can't score runs unless they hit the ball out the park. And with that being said, today they made a trade for Ryan McMahon. And I know a lot of us fans are upset about this trade. I'm gonna get into the chat in a second. Give me a second, guys. I gotta let this off my chest, please. I'm not mad. Like, I'm happy that I see it as it's an upgrade. It's not the greatest upgrade. It's not the best choice that we wanted, but at least they made an upgrade there. I don't care about the salary. That's on them. That's house money. The fact that he opened up the checkbook to make this happen is surprising to me. At least it's an upgrade, right? But he's another guy too that he's kind of a home run or nothing dude himself. But at least he plays defense. He strikes out a ton. I mean, we already got enough of that on this team. But at least it's an upgrade, right? So I'm gonna take the Ryan McMahon trade as a positive. At least it's something. We have something to look forward to. Something coming, something new. Because what we have right now in this team, it's not it. It's not it. And the reason why I think the Yankees made this trade now, July 25th, instead of waiting for the deadline, I think they probably were in on Suarez. But the thing with Suarez is that too many teams are in on him. It's supply and demand. The supply is low and the demand is high. So his price is going up every day. It's going up. And they probably wanted too much. And the Yankees, you got to think of it like this. You can't waste all your trade capital on one player because we have too many holes. So they're like, you know what? Let's make this trade with McMahon. We don't have to give up pretty much anything in terms of trade capital, in terms of prospects. We'll eat that money, and then we still have what we need to make other trades because the bullpen, and I think the Yankees know, and I've been saying it on this channel, that we can't wait for the deadline. By the time the deadline comes, we might not even be in a playoff spot. So I think the Yankees, I hope the Yankees saw that and was like, we need to get arms in here ASAP. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a trade overnight or tonight or something or anything like that. I think they're going to start pressing. They know they need arms. They need arms in here. This bullpen is not going to cut it. This bullpen is throwing meatballs. I'm talking about straight meatballs all day, all of them. Nobody can be trusted in this bullpen. Not Devin Williams, not Luke Weaver, not Jonathan Loaizaga, not You know, the only guy that was kind of reliable was Fernando Cruz. He's on the IL. Not Mark Leiter Jr., not Scott Efros, not Tim Hill, not Ian Hamilton. Definitely not Ian Hamilton. I think the one person that I kind of feel better about when he comes in, that I feel like, okay, he might not give up a run here, is Brubaker for some reason. I don't feel good when Warren's on the mound. Do you? Let me know. And I get it. He's young. I understand that. But right now we got to win games. They got to figure something out. If not, man, it's getting to the point where it's looking like, and I hate to say this because I'm not a guy. I don't like to say sell, but I understand why a lot of fans are like, look, just sell. Just sell. Just sell, tear it all down. We'll figure it out for next year. Let me get into the chat. If you're just joining us, please like the video if you don't mind. And subscribe and all that good stuff, right? Real Bill's in the building. What's up, man? He said the team is horrible. Sean Michael, 5.5 games out of first. Yes, sir. Jack Geezy, what's up, man? My guy Jack. Dodgers helping us out. Yes, sir. Hey, Katie. She says, hey, Jason, I absolutely agree with you about the pitching. Another pathetic performance by the Yankees. I literally am disappointed and angered at this team. It's a disgrace. This team it's disgraceful. We need to DFA a lot of people in the bullpen and get the heck rid of Volpe. I mean, Volpe hit a home run today, but Volpe's one of them guys. He turned into everybody else. All of a sudden, Volpe thinks he's a home run hitter now because that's all he does. If he doesn't hit a home run, he doesn't do anything else. And that's bad. And even his home runs, they barely make it out. They're wall scrapers. Matty B2, totally agree. Antonio, what's up, man? Blue Jays are scary yeah, they're scary this year. Absolutely no weaknesses on that team. No, man, they're dogs because they're just going to grind you down. They grind down teams. That's what they're doing to the Dodgers right now. They just wear them down for 9 innings straight. They don't let up at all. This team just isn't built for a World Series. We need to fire Cashman and fire Boone. I 100% agree. If you noticed, did you guys notice Boone's face? Like towards the end of the game, he looks like he wants to break down, like he wants to just get in a fetal position and just bawl out and cry. And a part of me feels bad for the dude, man, because he looks like a cornered, like prey that's cornered, man, right now. He knows what can he say? There's nothing he can say anymore. That's it. He might as well not even do the post game. It's gotten to that point. It's just bad. And speaking of the post game, let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me put this in here. That way we can watch this together. Is this right?
Aaron, Luke seemed to right the ship before tonight, 6 1/3 scoreless after struggling a bit. Just what did you see from him tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a changeup that just sat up there. Again, just being short down there, it's tough getting him in the best situations possible. So, he got him with a pitch that looked like he probably was looking for and stayed up for him.
On Goldschmidt's play in the 7th, it kind of looked like he went to his...
I want you to pay close attention to his voice. You can tell that he is stressed the F out right now.
Right, he was off balance.
Yeah.
Can you just give us a breakdown what you thought of that?
Yeah, so we're in at the corners, up 1, playing back in the middle. What complicates there is Turner's the runner on third. So, as soon as it's not hit hard to his right, but, Luke knows that too, so he doesn't want to run. So it's just trying to make a play. It's a little bit in no man's land. We're not going to make the play, and but we gave up a base with the eye throw.
He should have never made the throw.
Basically his only play because no one was at first.
Yeah.
Do you think he should have maybe eaten that, held on to it?
Yeah, that sure, but you're also Paul Goldschmidt, and you trust that. Hey, I'm gonna throw the ball on line. So even if we don't have a play there, maybe something happens, the runner trips or something. So you're trying to make a play there, and he was on balance, and
he's fumbling. Maybe you gotta make a play. Yeah. Boone, come on, just stop it, bro. Just stop it. Just say, look, we got to figure this out. Yeah, Goldschmidt should have ate that ball. He wasn't gonna throw out. He wasn't gonna throw him out anyway. He was gonna be safe. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, what are you gonna do, man? When it rains, it pours. I mean, and it's pouring hard on this team right now. I'm talking about monsoon season on the Yankees. 9 errors in the last 4 games. I think that's like some kind of record or something like that, or franchise record. It's just bad overall. It's bad overall, and I'm starting to, man. I understand why a lot of people have given up on this team. Me just being a super fan like I am, I can't do that yet. But if you came up here and said, look, it's over, guy, just sell, it's over. That's it. I understand. Like, I get it, I get it. It's not looking good right now at all. There's not one positive thing. The one positive, well, 2 positive things we have is Aaron Judge, and at least we got a new player coming that hopefully, and we don't know what we're going to get from that, At least it's something, though, right? At least it's some kind of upgrade. At least we'll get solid defense, hopefully. At third.
Enough to make a good throw, I think.
And Will's performance tonight, he really bounced back from his last outing. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, I thought he was good. Put us in a position to win a game. Obviously the 0-2 base hit to Turner, which then gets to Schwarber, where he hits one well off him, obviously, for the only damage. But even within
he didn't only hit it well off him. Carl Schwarber smoked that baseball. Literally, I could have sworn I seen flames coming out the baseball as it flew into the freaking into the bleachers. He absolutely obliterated that pitch.
The outing there, I thought he bounced back well. I thought the stuff was good. And to get us 2 outs there in the 6th, we're kind of set up with potentially Hill, Weaver, Williams there. So he did his part against a good offense and putting us in position to win a game.
All right. Look, that's enough of Boone. Enough of Boone. We'll take you out of here, Boone. Yeah. Look, the chat is going crazy right now. I really appreciate it, man. Make sure you guys like and sub, as always. But let me try to get some of these chats, man, because some of these are really good. Hey, Cat Mama, what's up? She says, yes, the era of Goldschmidt, but Weaver can't implode now. Yeah, he this has been the worst Yankee team since the 80s. Wow, so that's saying a lot. Boone defends Volpe like he's the golden child. Volpe is the golden child. You didn't know that? As Antonio says, Jays have depth in every position, not to mention every positional player. Yeah. And we know. Itchy Nuts, what's up, man? Boone is a liar. Weaver forgot to cover first. It's true, though. And you make a good point there. Because Weaver didn't cover first, so he really didn't have a play. I don't even think he looked at Weaver, though. I think he was going home all the way. But there was no play there to be done because nobody was covering first. And that goes to the fundamentals again. Fundamentals. It's something that the Yankees don't have. We just don't have it. And if he was up, man, and if he says, yo, they need 3 arms. They have to get these reinforcements for the bullpen. Yeah, I've been saying this for forever now, man. I feel like I'm just at this point I'm being a dead horse, man. And I've been saying like you can't wait for the deadline. They cannot wait for the deadline. They gotta get him now. Like you gotta get what you can now. and try to salvage, because by the time the deadline comes, we might be 10 games out. Woken Gunther says, I didn't mind the runs he gave up. I hated this error throw. Are you talking about Will Warren? Bruce Lee, if Seattle wins tonight, they will be half a game behind the Yankees for the first wild card spot. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Yankees, man. Like this, you can't sugarcoat. There's no other way to slice this thing, man. They suck. Let's be honest. They're bad. They're a bad baseball team, and they should be better though. That's how I feel. Like when I look at them, I'm like, you guys are better than this. But even when they do good, even when they hit, even when they put up runs, the bullpen just gives it up. There's so many holes. And I'm gonna use this analogy. I used this analogy about a month ago, right? And if those of you that listen to me, you know what I'm talking about. The Yankees are like a boat, right? They're sinking, and it has so many holes in it that all you can do is try to plug whatever ones you can that are too big and hope that you make it back to shore. That's all you could do. But don't get it twisted. The sink is shipping. I mean, the ship is sinking. And it's sinking pretty fast right now. Jason O says they ain't winning anything. Cat Mama, even Fried is not pitching like he was. Yeah, he got all these blisters on his hands. I mean, I don't know, man. My hands are like sandpaper. Like, he need I don't know. Get some man hands or something, man. The Blue Jays just signed a 14-year-old named Montas who looks to be a generational prospect. I mean, the dude's 14 years old, man. Ain't no, you don't know what a 14-year-old kid's going to be. Yeah, the home run or nothing approach is bad. Yeah, I mean, look, you guys are everything I'm reading here. Jays are the only winner in the AL East today. Here's a new name. Let's go Jays. Early Voda Pija. I hope I said that right. Of course he's stressed. He should. I'm not really stressed like that, man. To be honest, I'm more disappointed. I'm disappointed. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, life goes on, right? Whether they win or lose, I got to wake up in the morning. I got to feed my kids. I got to pay my rent. I got to go to work. It doesn't matter. But, you know, it's just, as a fan, you just expect more, especially the Yankees. Even other fan bases are like, bro, you know, at work, most of these guys are Astros fans. And when I went to work today, they were like, yo, what's going on, man? Like, you guys okay over there? Like, what's happening, man? It's embarrassing. The Yankees are an embarrassment right now. It's just bad. Basic fundamentals. Things need to change. Yeah, they got to get their fundamentals right. Cat Mama says, really, is there a positive with Aaron Judge? Because from what I've been seeing, he can't hit the ball. I don't know what is going on with him. You know, it's sad, Cat Mama. I'm going to tell you right now, right? Aaron Judge is batting .350 with runners in scoring position. When you look at the numbers, he does come through a lot. It's just that it goes unnoticed. And maybe it's not the biggest moments, you know, but you never notice. Like I said the other day, like the home run to tie the game versus the Blue Jays the other day, that 2-run home run. It goes forgotten because the team gave it up right after, you know. But that was a big moment. He can't hit the ball every single time. Like, my goodness, he just can't. And I'm not giving him an excuse, but when you look at the number, batting .350 with runners in scoring position, that's really good. That's better than good. That's like great numbers right there. Yeah, well, yeah, man, I'm that far behind the chat. Oh man, Kyle Schwarber smoked that. He smoked that ball. You could hear it too. I was like, my goodness. I don't know, you guys, you're comparing apples to oranges. Real Bill, I warned about the Blue Jays at the end of June. They are for real. They have depth and a great bullpen, and they're coached well. They're managed well. They have Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly himself on the team. helping them, you know. And we got I don't even know, like we got Boone and his cronies. The Jays have not won anything since forever. You guys are sounding ridiculous right now. Yeah, but they could do that, D-Train, man, because they're in first right now. When you're in first, when you in the same thing with the Dodgers fans, like they were talking crap all off season. And what I'm gonna say, right? They won. What can I tell them? There's no way to defend it. You just got to be like, yeah, you got it, and hope that your team can come back and freaking win something. So that way you can go back and be like, hey, remember me? But when the Yankees is losing like this, man, we really don't have nothing. We don't have nothing to stand on. You know, what are we gonna say? We're gonna tell the Blue Jays, you guys haven't won anything. We haven't won anything in 16 years. You know, like we can't. Just it makes no sense, man. Sean Browning, what's up, brother? I bet Yankees lose. I'm surprised nobody's putting up stats. They gotta, like, in all reality, like realistically and mathematically, we're not out of it yet. Right? We're still not out of it. There's still a chance, right? There's hope. But that hope is like, whew, it's disappearing very fast, very very fast. What else we got? Let me go here. I'm about to skip a whole bunch of these. Oh man. Yeah, the roster construction. This whole team, man. From top to bottom, the whole organization is bad. Look, you can't even hide it no more. There's nothing you can do. Even the beat writers, the reporters, the the talk show hosts, the guys on MLB radio, on the MLB network, the announcers, Michael Kay, Joe Girardi, Paul O'Neill, all of these people, you can tell they're all like, damn, you know, nobody's defending this team no more. Aaron Boone is literally on an island right now. I'm telling you right now, his job is on the line, and more than ever it is. Especially if they get bullpen arms, if they do everything that we hope they're gonna do, and they still go through this, yeah, how do you keep him after that? Olden Retired says, I'd rather watch the young players get time and develop, even if they lose. At least there is a purpose in the games then. I mean, look, like I said, mathematically, we're not out of it. So there's still purpose. There's still hope. But I don't blame you guys for thinking like that too. You know, nobody's wrong here. Like some people are like, yo, just sell. And others is like, wait, no, why are we selling? We still have a playoff spot. Either way you go, you're both right. You know, it's that time of the year, right? Where it could go either way. Let me know what you guys think about the McMahon trade, though. I know a lot of people are not happy about it, and then it's like half the fan base is happy about it, the other half is not. Let me know what you guys think. Is it the right move? I think that, to me, it was the right move because, look, we really didn't have to give nothing up but money. So that means that it saves a lot of trade capital, like I said before, a lot of other prospects that we can use, or even players on the current roster right now that we can use to trade for arms that we can, like legit arms, not dumpster diving bull crap arms, legit arms. That's what this team needs. Because when you think about it, look, the offense didn't lose today's game. It was the bullpen. Yassine, what's up, man? Yassine says, first he said, Booney is, what happened to my camera? Oh, my goodness. Nobody told me, man. I'm not even looking at the screen. My camera's just gone. What the hell is happening with this thing? There is an AI version of Boone hugging Volpe from behind. Oh, yeah, the Coldplay concert thing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I seen that. You guys are crazy, man. What else we got? Itchy says every team played and Dodgers won. He's not shocked if they repeat. I guess so. I'm gonna switch to this ad real quick and try to fix my camera. Give me 1 second.
Bullpen meatballs. Serving them up all 2025 season.
You better like the video, and while you're at it, subscribe to my friend Jasson's channel.
The reason your butt has been hurting is because you have YDS, Yankees Derangement Syndrome.
Hey y'all, don't forget, channel members can bring up live player stats.
All right. My camera overheated. Great. I didn't turn on the fan on it. But so let me know, guys, what are the arms? Who should we be targeting right now? What arm should we be going after? Please let me know, because I'm thinking like I'm liking David Bednar right now. You know why? I was hoping, right? I know that everybody wanted like Ke'Bryan Hayes. I'm gonna talk about Ke'Bryan Hayes and the Pirates and all that, because that seems to be the biggest thing. I feel like more Yankee fans are upset about that. They're like, why get a Ryan McMahon? If you're going to go that route, you should have just got Ke'Bryan Hayes. But I think I understand why they did it, because Ke'Bryan Hayes, he's like, he's making like, what, $7 million a year, something like that, with more years of control. He's going to cost more than a Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon is going to make $4 million for this year, the Yankees have to pay, and then $16 million for 2026 and another $16 million for 2027. So that's a lot of money that you're taking off the Rockies' books. That's why we were able to give him two prospects that most of us never even heard about, right? Most of us never heard about these two prospects. Look, I don't even remember their name right now. But for Ke'Bryan Hayes, I don't think the Pittsburgh Pirates would have made that deal, because it's a lot less money on the table, and it's more value there with him. I think the Yankees made that move because they have some more moves lined up. I'm pretty sure they have other moves lined up, and they didn't want to give up any trade capital because they need that trade capital for those moves. So that's why Ke'Bryan Hayes is out of the picture. But I'm pretty sure they would have rather went with the right-handed bat, considering that right now we have almost, I don't even, who are the righties we have on this team? We have Aaron Judge, Anthony Volpe, and then like the Perazzas, Vivas, Domínguez. Besides that, we don't have any other righties. There are no righty bats on this team. So I think, I don't know, man. I feel like, and this is crazy, and this is something that Hal needs to really take note of. I feel like this team is like a chicken with no head, man. They run like a chicken with no head. They don't know which way to go. They're just scrambling right now. They're scrambling, trying to salvage this. Right now, like, it's crazy. Oh, and Giancarlo Stanton's a righty too. And Paul Goldschmidt. We don't got a lot of righties like that. And then the bullpen is all righties, except for Tim Hill. Jacob, what's up, man? Katie says the Yankees should have longer batting practices. This losing streak has got to stop, otherwise they will not be in the playoffs. I'm sorry, Katie, but I don't agree with the batting practice thing, because then they'll just be tired by the time the game comes on. I think that they need fielding practice more than anything. Some fielding practice, man. They need something. Sean Michael says only loser Yankee fans will be pulling the Volpe card. I don't know what you're talking about, Sean. I hope you're not talking about me. Ichina says, Antonio, I don't diss Jays or Dodgers. They are good teams. I'm more concerned, though, with the Yankees at the moment. Yeah, man, you should be concerned with your own team. And let them enjoy their moment, you know. You got to, especially, look, I say all the time, like, even though we haven't won a World Series in a minute, right? We know that. But we make it every year. We was just in the World Series last year. A lot of these teams, these fan bases, man, they haven't had anything to root for in quite some time. So when you see them getting a little crazy, just let them be, because they don't know how to act. You got to act like you've been there before. We aren't getting anyone. Yankee fans don't want to give up prospects, but other teams are willing to. Nah, I think it don't matter what the Yankee fans want. They're gonna do whatever they want. When have they ever listened to us? Right? If they listened to us, we wouldn't be in this situation now. I think they are gonna move people. I think they are gonna get some people. I'm almost sure. It may not be like Bednar, like Shawn Michaels brought up. It may not be the people, but they're gonna get arms. These better than what we got now, for sure. I promise you that. Well, I'm not gonna promise you that because I don't want to look like a fool, but they're gonna do it. I can see it coming. That's why the whole McMahon thing happened today. That's why it happened today. Khadija, what's up? She says, I think Johan Duran will be a dream. Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. Unless the Yankees get starters and bullpen arms that are controllable for more than just one season. But that is going to cost a lot of prospects. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Look, here's the thing with prospects, man. Most of these guys don't turn out to be anything anyway. You know, if you got 100 prospects, you might have, a few of them are going to make it to the big leagues. One might actually be really good and they could stay in the big leagues. And just like, we have to be honest with ourselves. How many prospects have we really developed like that? Look at the guys we got up here now. They have a lot of talent, but they fundamentally flawed. All of them. All of them are fundamentally flawed. Oh, I'm looking at my... Jasson Domínguez, batting .253, 9 home runs, 35 RBIs. And the thing with Jasson is that his defense, look, he wasn't out there today either. His defense is a liability. Look, I don't care what anybody says. If you can't see that his defense is a liability, that it's a problem, I don't know what to tell you. So you're not watching the same game as everybody else. And that's not a knock against him because I think he could get better. But right now, you got to think, are we trying to win right now? Because if we're trying to win and we really need to win, like desperation mode, then you don't play him that much because of the defense. But if you don't care and you're like, you know what? No, it's all about we're going to let them develop. Then you throw them all out there and let them figure it out. But I feel like the Yankees, they trying to salvage something. So you're going to see a lot of these guys not play as much. Especially if they can't feel the ball. The Marlins are playing pretty good right now. They won like 10 of their last 12. Cover first drills. Sean Mike said they don't have enough capital to get elite players. That's the whole point, Sean. It don't have to be all elite players. If you could get all elite players, that'd be great. We just need better than what we have now. Let's start with that. Better than what we have now. That's the only reason why I'm okay with the McMahon thing. Because I'm like, look, are we better at third base? Yes, we're better at third base with McMahon. I get it, the salary and all that. whatever. Worry about that later. But we're definitely better at third base right now. As soon as he arrives in New York. And that's how I'm trying to look at it. And the same thing with the bullpen. We get a few arms. Yeah, they may not be the top guys. Hopefully, if we can get the top guys, that'd be better. But if they're better than what we have now, are we better there? Yes, we're better there. And then you look at the starter. We get a starter or something. When Luis Hill comes back, hopefully he pitches well. And then all of a sudden, hopefully that's enough to at least do something, make a push at something. Itchina says Domínguez is 22, bud, and he can hit and run like a deer. Yankees play him out of position. Itchy nuts, bro. I'm not going to go into that. Look, man, let me tell you something. And you could disagree, whatever. This is my point of view from my days of playing, and you can ask anybody. Center field is a lot harder than left field, all right? If you can't play left field, what makes me believe that you're going to play center even better? You got way more ground to cover and everything. I agree, he has talent. He's only 22. He could get better. But right now, he's not there. Right now, he's not there. So that's my thing. That's why I say you could play him here and there, but as soon as the game gets tight, he got to come out. You need a defensive replacement and stuff like that, That's all I'm saying. And this is why I say all the time, if the Yankees are all in and they're going to try to salvage the season and win now, then Domínguez is not going to be playing that much, especially on defense. He's going to be pinch hitting and all that stuff. I get it. But if you're building for the future and you're like, you know what, we don't care about this year as a wash, then yeah, go ahead, man, start him. I'm okay with it too. I wouldn't even get mad. I'd be like, yeah. If we selling, just let us know that hey, this is what we're doing, and I'm on board. You know what? All right, let's sell. Let's do it. Let's get ready for next year. But if we all in, then we got to be all in. You can't be half in. You got to be all in. Bellinger, Grisham, Judge. That should be everyday outfield. But you lose Domínguez bat. You put Domínguez at DH, you lose Stanton. Exactly. Rice and Goldie stuck as well. Bad roster construction. Yeah, it all comes down to bad roster construction. Bad roster construction. Jasson Domínguez is -7 outs above average. That is not good, guys. And I'm not one of them guys to really dig into analytics like that. But I can see it with my eyes too. That's why I've been saying this for quite some time, and I take a lot of heat from you guys. You'll be surprised. People have messaged me and said I was stupid. I don't know baseball just because I said this kid can't play defense. I don't need a. You can see anybody, even a person who's watched baseball for the first time, could tell you it doesn't look good. And I'm not saying that he's a bad player or he can't get better or he can't figure it out, because I think he can. But right now, we don't have the time to develop him. We have to win. If you want him to develop, you send him back down to AAA and let him develop down there. Right now, we have to win. That's what I'm saying. And we got a guy down there named Spencer Jones who's tearing the cover off the ball. The Yankees got some tough decisions, man. And I look, and I get it. It's a tough decision. It's a tough pill to swallow. This is a business, man. And I don't care about, look, I get it. Some of these guys are 22, 19, 38, whatever the age is. These guys are professionals. They're supposed to be professionals. They get paid a lot of money. I'm not feeling sorry for nobody, bro. For if they making decisions on feelings, this team, then we in big trouble. You don't make decisions on feelings. You do what you got to do, and that's it. Yeah, Grisham made a bad play, though, today. He did make a bad play. But you know what's crazy? That it was the same kind of play that Domínguez had the other day in Toronto, where they felt like they had less room than they did have. Judge is 33, I believe. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, William G. But even then, see, look, this is my thing. We got to get to October, though. That's why I tell people all the time. People are like, well, this in October. Look, October ain't given right now. We might not even make the playoffs, guys. I don't think you understand how serious this is. People are like, oh, no, we'll make the playoffs. In 2023, right? In 2023, you know how much people, when I was like, man, it looks like we might not make the playoffs. And people were like, oh, you bugging. We're making the playoffs. I'm like, okay, well, you think they just giving away playoff spots? You got to earn that. I'm like, look, no, we blowing saves. Clay Holmes was blowing saves all over the place. Like, this team might not make the playoffs. And what are you talking? We make the playoffs every year. Bro, if Judge has to play every day, he has to play every day. You know? That's just how it is. The days off and all that stuff, I get it. You know, unless he's hurting. If he says, hey, man, I'm hurting, I need a day off, you give him the day off. But this is crunch time, guys. We getting there. This is like, bro, it's like late third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, and we down by 20. We got to catch up, man. Shawn Michaels is laughing. Yankees reduce kid batting third for Marlins. Oh, you talking about Augustine, the catcher, right? The Yankees produces there's two positions that we're pretty good at. Pitching and catching. But for some reason we trade away all the good catchers and stay with the ones that are not so good. Katie Heron says Aaron Judge is wanted to leave the Yankees. I don't think so. I don't know what you're talking about in there. You traded him. Walker says a lot of Jasson Domínguez believers are aggressively defensive. Look, I'm a believer in Domínguez too. I really do like him. Trust me, guy. I love the Martian, man. But he's not doing it for us right now on the field. If he could play, I wish he was better than he is out there. Who you rather have out there? Let's be honest. Who would you rather have out there in an important game? You know, right now, like we need to win games. We're making a lot of errors. Would you rather have Bellinger or him? Think about it, right? On defense. Of course, Bellinger. Would you rather have Grisham or Domínguez out there? In any position, center or center field, right field, or left field, any outfield position. I'm gonna go with Grisham. It's not a knock against Domínguez. It really isn't, because I think he's gonna be a star in this league. He really is. He's just not right now. He's not gonna learn how to play left field overnight. It's not gonna happen. You know, that's an off-season thing. Maybe he could work on it, come back next season in spring training, whatever it is. Hopefully he figured it out. Not right now. And I hear people that are like, oh, he needs more reps. I get it. You know where you could get a lot of reps? You could get it down there in AAA. And I hate to be that blunt like that, because he is talented and he has a use, right? We can use him, the bat, the speed and everything. But every time he's out there in left field, I get worried. I get worried. And I'm sure the pitchers don't appreciate it either. Yeah, Lombard just got to AA, man. Let him figure it out down there. Sell and buy. Would you sell Stanton? Maybe you can't sell Stanton, all right? Just get that out your mind. You can't sell Stanton. You can DFA him and eat the money, but you can't sell him. Would you sell Stanton? Maybe get someone to cover, even if it's only $7 million of the contract. You guys don't understand. He has a no trade clause, and he doesn't want to go anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? He's not going anywhere. The only way you get rid of Stanton is the same way you got rid of DJ LeMahieu. You take the money, you crumble it up, you freaking swallow it and say, have a good life. That's the only way. I don't know what we're talking about. Would I trade Domínguez? I would trade Domínguez for the right people. I'm not gonna trade him for no rental or nothing like that. Of course not. For that I'd rather just keep him. But like I said, this is the way I think, right? If I can't play him, right, because we desperately need to win games and we can't have liabilities out there. If I can't play him, then I could trade him. That's how I see it. The same thing with Ben Rice, and I love Ben Rice, bro. Trust me, I love Ben Rice. But if I can't play him every day, then what use are you? I could get somebody that I can really use. We have holes that we gotta fill. And so, and again, I'm not trying to like sound I'm not trying to be a jerk, man. That's why I don't understand. Like when I talk to other fans and they're like, "Oh no, you can't trade him. No, he's not tradable. You can't trade him." I'm like, okay, well then you don't want to trade nobody, but you want everybody, and that's just not how it works. I was talking to a guy earlier. He was like, "No, why they got him? You should have got Eugenio Suarez." I'm like, okay, are you willing to give up, so and so, so and so, so and so? And they're like, "Oh hell no, nope." I'm like, well, who are you willing to give up? Well, like Trent Grisham. I was like, you think the Diamondbacks are gonna do that for Trent Grisham? Like, you gotta understand, it don't work that way. If you want Eugenio Suarez, who's the top free agent, not free agent, the top trade market piece right now, you're gonna pay a hefty price. There's a whole bunch of teams on him. And if you're not willing to pay that, then be happy you got Ryan McMahon. That's it. Lou, why was Jasson not playing today? You know why he wasn't playing. The Yankees have some pieces come out of the pipeline. The question is if they will receive opportunity. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, for the last few years, we've all been saying, play the kids, play the kids, play the kids. Well, guess what? The kids are playing. And guess what? They're not playing that well. Like, I mean, I don't know how those, and maybe it's just me. You call me a dick. I don't know baseball, all right? You can tell me everything you want. I don't know baseball. I'm looking at these guys, and I can tell you they're not playing great. And those are the kids that we all wanted. Even me. I said it too. Play the kids. We playing the kids, guys. Married to the agony and the ecstasy. After the Philly series, then 4 against the Rays, the Yankees are under 500 against winning teams. That's bad. It's shaping up to be a rough stretch for the Yankees if they can't right the ship. It's getting ugly real fast. So I'm like, how can you write off a player who's as young as Domínguez unless these kids make mistakes and learn from them? They will never improve. No, but here's the thing, Antonio. This is what you got to understand. Right now, we cannot afford mistakes. You feel me? Right now, we cannot afford mistakes. That's why I say he can't play. He could bat, pinch run, pinch hit, maybe put him out there for a little bit, but as soon as the game gets tight, you got to get somebody else out there. That's what I'm saying. I want him to learn. Don't get it twisted. I like him. He has all the tools. But right now is not the time to have on-the-job training. Right now we got to win. We got to win, and unfortunately, it leaves him in a tough spot, especially when you got a guy like Spencer Jones knocking on the door too. He needs a shot too. Bruce Lee, Shawn Michaels. Let me get to Shawn. Shawn Michaels going crazy. The Yankees, Shawn Michaels, man, you the biggest Yankee hater I've ever seen, man. You have YDS for real, for real. Yeah, but that you know what? I would entertain that for Steven Kwan in Class A. But the thing is, though, I don't even think the Guardians are serious about that. And if they sell to if the Guardians make a trade with the Yankees, they're gonna want a lot because this is a team that we often run into in the playoffs. The Jays are better this year because of the way the roster is built. Yes, their roster is built a lot better than ours, and they make contact. Them guys are grinders. They're gonna grind your team down. So what you're saying, D-Train, World Series off? The Yankees Are the Yankees going to get another hitter and starting pitcher and bullpen? I don't know about the hitter. Maybe like a utility guy, maybe. But I think, look, I'm gonna say it here. I think they're gonna get some arms. At least one big arm and some other arms, That's what I hope for, man. Because no matter what we do, we could get all the hitting in the world. This bullpen right now is so bad that we ain't going nowhere. I don't care. We got Eugenio Suarez. We could go get Paul Skeens right now. And if we don't change this bullpen, we'll still lose games. So Sox traded their best player for nothing and have been one of the better teams in baseball ever since. Yeah, but you got to understand, they have way better prospects than us. They had like the top 3 prospects in all of baseball, man. We don't have that. We have good guys, but don't get me wrong. All of these guys I think are good. They have talent. But it's right now it's not there. It's not there right now. It's not there. You can't say we didn't let the kids play this year, right? Would you agree with that at least? Did we let the kids play this year? That's one thing that I have to give the Yankees, that the kids actually played this year. And it didn't work out. That's not saying that they're not going to be good in the future or whatever. No, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying that right now it's not working out. Some of the things you speak are facts, and other stuff that you say is nonsense, guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would trade Wells, DFA Escara. Why would you do that? You could trade Escara. Let Rice get reps catching and call up Jesus Rodriguez to be the backup. I mean, that'd be nice, man. The problem is that Rice is bad he's a bad catcher. Like, I don't know. There's a reason why he's not the starting catcher or the backup catcher. It's because he's a bad catcher. Again, not saying that he can't get better. It's just saying that we can't afford to have him get better right now. Like, learning on the job. Like, we can't afford the mistakes right now. Unless we just say F it and just be like, you know what, the season is over. If it was up to me, I'm bringing up Spencer Jones right now. The guy is ready. He's done everything he could, at least so I could see what he got, and then we can make a move. I'd bring him up right now. And that's coming from me. And I'll be honest, guys. I was one of them guys saying trade him. Last year, the year before that, I'm like, you know what, trade him. And now I changed after seeing what he could do, I'm like, you know what? He's earned the right to come up here. If he was on any other big league team, he'd be in the major leagues right now. Bring him up. Even if that means sending somebody else down for a little bit or trading somebody, let's bring him up and see what he got. Maybe it gives us a spark, right? Something. We need something, man. This team is flat, bro. This team is like a stale cigarette, like a stale Newport that you found in your pocket after like 2 months. Bryce can't play any position. Criticizing flaws in a team doesn't make anybody a hater. It's reality. It's frustrating for fans. No, I'm not. I understand. No, but he says he won't give the Yankees any credit. You were in here yesterday too, Shawn Michael, bro. Come on, man. You're a hater, bro. I'm not gonna say a hater, but you're gonna criticize everything. You won't say anything good about the Yankees. That's the problem. It's bad right now for the Yankees, but it's not all bad. It ain't all bad on this team. Yeah, they never gonna cut Stanton. Why would they cut Stanton, Shawn Michael? Tell me. Why would they cut him? Because he's old. He's still one of the better players on this team. He's the only guy who's clutch, really. What the Dodgers said about making the Yankees feel because they can't. It's so true. Yeah, I mean, you're right. We all know that, dude. What's your point? The only healthy addition to the team is Hoffman, Jimenez, Garcia, Max, Santander have all been injured for a portion of the season. Yeah, Santander, man, he's gonna hit a lot of bombs, but he strikes out a lot, that guy. But you're right though. Jimenez killed us last time with that 3-run home run. He murdered us. I'm not saying nothing about the Blue. Look, the Blue Jays are a really good team, man. They're grinders. Like I said before, they're gonna wear you down. I never said anything about any other team. I'm strictly speaking about the Yankees. And I know the Yankees are bad. I just started off the whole freaking show saying that this is a bad team. It's poorly constructed. It needs help, man. This team is hemorrhaging like quickly. They need this is triage right now. They need emergency surgery, and hopefully it comes sooner than later. I'm afraid it's gonna be tough for this team. We might lose our playoff spot. This is tomorrow's matchup. Ranger Suarez. Man, that dude, he looked like some dude I work with. It's crazy. His ERA is 2.66. He's having a good year. Versus Marcus Stroman. Marcus Stroman, his last few outings have been okay. But, he's one of them guys, man, that if he's got to be, like, perfect. He has to, like, paint the corners and get his ground balls. If not, he's not going to overpower anyone or anything like that. So we'll see. Hopefully. One thing about Marcus Stroman that I like, right, he don't have the best stuff, but you can tell that he has grit. Like he has that fight in him. You could tell like he wants to prove people wrong. And I like that. So maybe that helps him. Maybe he goes out there tomorrow and freaking and just gets mad and tries to freaking get us a win. I would expect Ryan McMahon to be in the lineup tomorrow. At least be in the stadium for crying out loud. Like, I would rather have him in the lineup, though. This should be the last time we see Peraza or Vivas in the starting lineup. OG, what's up, man? I mean, ultimately, the whole team is incapable of playing solid in the field, with the exception of Grisham, Judge, Bellinger, until Pop Fly became uncatchable. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Grisham. He made a bad play earlier. He did. It's just no. I feel like that's a play he had to make. He did the same thing Domínguez did in Toronto. They felt like they were running out of room when they really had more room. And at least, I will say this, right? At least Domínguez is doing it in a park that he's unfamiliar with. This is a away team. Grisham should be very familiar with Yankee Stadium by now. He should know exactly where he's at and how much space he has. So, I mean, but at that point, it was over anyway. It really was. Mm-hmm. Dietrich says, we're going to lose the series. We got to put up like 10 runs to score with this pen. This pen is trash, man. It's bad, man. Hey, Ken, what's up, Ken? Make sure y'all go check out Ken at Yankees The Ugly Truth. The link is right there, man. Does great play-by-plays, series previews. You know, he's an older fella, man, but he knows his baseball. You're still 9 games over 500, and that's better than 21 other teams that will kill for your record. Hey, Jonathan. McMahon will play tomorrow. Let's go. Something to look forward to. Yankees for the win. What's up, my man? He says, hello, everyone. I said this since the beginning of the season, but we're not a good team. All the Yankees are doing is proving me right. And I said it also yesterday, my friend. Sell, 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 sell. That's what my thing is, like, you know, Yankees for the win is like, I'm okay with that too. Like, if the Yankees said, look, we're going to sell. Even though I don't see them doing that, still in a playoff spot, right? But it doesn't look good. But if they were to do that, I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, okay, at least we have a plan. We have a direction. We have a plan. I'm okay with that. But if you're all in, then we need a plan for that too. And the plan better. You can't half-ass this. That's what bothers me. Like, you can't half-ass this like every other year and just think you're gonna make a bullshit trade and probably bring in some no-name reliever that most of us never heard of and think that that's gonna cut it. No, either you're in or you're out. You got to make the decision, Cashman. Either we're in or we're out. No matter what, if he says we're out, if Cashman if they came out and say, look, we're going to sell, you know, half the fan base is going to be freaking in uproar. If he says, oh, we're in, the other half will be like, they'll be in an uproar. So you got to do what's best for the team, man. You can't satisfy everybody. It's impossible. We have no chance. We have no one capable of playing fundamental baseball. Goldschmidt error tonight is a telltale sign of incurable plague that is all over this clubhouse. Yeah, man, I agree with you. It's crazy. What do we do today? Signed a mediocre third baseman, have to pick up the full contract for 2 more years, the rest of this year and 2 more years. Why? Because we didn't plan ahead. Yeah, failing to prepare is yeah, I agree with you. And that's another thing, because everybody's like, if we were going to get this guy, then why didn't we just get Bregman or somebody else in the offseason, right? And you have a valid point, but look, we can't cry over spilled milk. What's done is done. It's done, you know? They should have got a third baseman in the offseason. There wasn't a lot of good ones out there. I agree with that. Bregman was going to cost a lot of money. They didn't want to do that. So, but right now we need a third baseman. And regardless of what you think, just put the money aside, right? Don't think about the money. It's an upgrade at that position. Maybe not the greatest upgrade. It's not the one we wanted, but it's an upgrade. So I'm okay with it. You know, but they can't be that. If they just do that and then just call it and think that that's going to solve everything, then these people are freaking out of their minds, you know? That can't be it. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that there's some bigger moves coming, and that's why they made that move. Because that move really just cost them money. That's all it really cost them was just money. But they still have all the trade capital to go and make more moves. And if they don't make more moves, then I'll be right back here freaking losing my mind. Because that is just fucking insane if they do that, you know. Oh, man. What a day, man. This team is going to make me lose my dang mind. It's crazy. We need at least 4 arms. Well, we got 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. Jasson, man. What's up, man? Nothing wrong with Judge. Guys need to get on base ahead of him so his home runs count for more. I mean, like I was saying, Yankees can't get 4 arms at the trade deadline. I think they could get 4 arms. It's not going to be 4 freaking big name arms like everybody wants. But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. If we get 4 arms that's better than what we got now, then, you know, it's better. You're not going to get the 4 best arms, but maybe you get two good arms, 2 really good arms, and 2 other arms that maybe Matt Blake, and he sees something in them that he could tweak. And all of a sudden we're looking a lot better. I know we can't keep running Jonathan Loaizaga out there like that in high leverage situations. That's for sure. Yep. Jasson nailed it. I said that earlier. And the same thing happened in the Wednesday's game. All the runs were home runs. And I think the game before that, it's all home runs. We can't string together hits. You know, everybody was like, oh, Volpe hit a home run. And I'm like, yeah, that's good. But now that's all he can do. Like, how about you get a hit and then steal a base or something? Domínguez didn't play today. We could probably get 2 realistically if we were willing to deal Rice and others. It's going to hurt, though. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Look, Rice don't even play every single day, dude. Like, and I like Rice. Man, we got to, look. So that's the thing. Look, either way, whether you think the Yankees should sell or not sell and go all in, either way, you're not wrong. I just need the Yankees to be clear and not just try to play the middle. Like either we selling and I'm cool with that. I'll get on board. Let's sell. I'm okay. I'm still gonna watch the games. That's cool. At least I know, look, this is what we're doing. We're building for next year and years to come. But after you gave, and if that's the case, then you don't make a move like Ryan McMahon. You understand what I'm saying? But once they made that move for Ryan McMahon, I feel like, okay, they're gonna try to do something here. Because that's the only reason why you will make that kind of move and eat that kind of money, right? Or am I missing something? Hold on. Let me get my dog in. Come here, Roxy. She's gonna go pee on the wee wee pad. Like you guys, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, I think that the move they made today with McMahon means that they're gonna try to push for something, you know. And that's not the only move. It can't be the only move. Now, if they just made that move for no reason and they're like, yeah, we're gonna build for the future and he's our future third baseman, then that's crazy. Because I feel like then I'll be like, look, we could have done way better than that, though. You know, I'm thinking I'm thinking that the Yankees did that. They traded for him because it only costs money and it still leaves them trade capital to go get other pieces. That's the only reason. And if that's the case, I'm okay with that. That's like, all right, okay, I'm on board. I'm on board. Where did she go? Come here, Roxy. If Domínguez wasn't in the Bronx tonight, then look out. As very soon something's gonna be. No, he was in the Bronx though. He was there. He was in the dugout when Bellinger hit the home run. I saw him cheering him on, and we gave him like a pat in the butt or whatever. Good game. He was there. This dude said I'm Asian. I love rice, but we need arms. Oh my God. You guys are crazy.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Yankees for the win. You guys got me drinking now, man. This team. Sad to say that was the worst thing that could have happened. Was Volpe hitting a home run or 2 or 3? What we need is for him to be consistent, consistent hitting above average 270. Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, A-Rod hit. I mean, A-Rod said what we've been saying for years now. Like, bro, you're trying to be something you're not. Play to your strengths. You got some wheels on you. Put the ball in play. You know, stop trying to put the ball in the air and swing as hard as you can. Put the ball in play and let your legs do some work. That's it. Be a slap hitter. Look at a guy like Stephen Kwan. Eventually the power comes. Stephen Kwan or Corbin Carroll, even though Corbin Carroll got some pop on him, though. Let your legs work, man. That's who he should model his game after. Guys like that, like Corbin Carroll, Stephen Kwan, Ichiro, you know, guys like that. That's who he needs to model his game after. Now, Graham, he was in the dugout. He definitely was in there. I'm 100% sure. I saw him in there. But he didn't have, like, he probably had the jersey under, but he had, like, whatever, the pullover hoodie or whatever it is. The thing that Boone wears, the dark little fake hoodie thing. Yep. Mary T says, the Jays players who aren't necessarily home run hitters get on base regularly. That's the difference. And they also hit home runs. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to. That's why I want Volpe to be. Don't worry about the power. Stop trying to hit home runs. Put the ball in play. Eventually, the power comes. It comes. Look at Stephen Kwan. I mean, I don't know how many. Somebody pull up Stephen Kwan. Yeah, I see him. Pull up Stephen Kwan if you can, man. Because I don't know how to spell. I mean, the power numbers ain't all the way there, but it's better. Even last year, if you pull up last year, he had more power. He had better power numbers than usual. It comes. It'll come, you know. If we want 2 bigger arms to say goodbye to Domínguez or Rice, it depends which arms. I mean, I think we could get better arms than what we have here. And I mean, we might have to dig into those guys, but we have a few guys down there that teams are interested in that we can probably do. It might not be like a David Bednar or nothing like that, but they can make something happen. Yeah, Joe Madden said the Yankees should send Volpe back to AAA, and he's not wrong. I saw that too. He was on what was it, MLB Network, and they were asking him about the Yankees, and he said, "Look, Volpe needs to reset." And the I forgot the guy's name. He was like, "But you don't think that'll mess up his psyche and everything?" And he was like, "No, like, you know, like you have to do it. Being up here and failing up here, that's gonna destroy you. That'll mess up your head. But if you go back down there for a little bit, a couple weeks to figure things out, if that destroys you, then you were never meant to be up here anyway." Look at a guy like Alvarez on the Mets. They send him down. Nobody saw that coming. But he wasn't performing. They you know, they did it. They made a tough decision. Send him back to the minors, and he got his crap together. He got it together, and he's been doing good ever since. Freaking Francisco Alvarez. That dude he always got a smile. I like him. He seems like a good guy, man. He's always smiling. Everyone that likes a little small wager, put some pizza money on the Yankees missing the full season. Oh, missing the playoffs, you mean? I don't know. Right now, I'm 50-50, man. It could go either way. I got to see after the trade. Once the trade deadline is over, and I know this is the roster that's going to be there for the remainder of the season, then I'll let you know. And I'll put my money where my mouth is. But until then, I don't know. Because tomorrow we could have a whole new roster, or new players. We don't know. Yankees suck against AL East teams. Yeah, the Orioles sent Jackson Holiday back down. But when they sent him back down, he was up here. He wasn't up here long. Bopey's been up here 3 years. You know what I mean? I'm sure he has an apartment or a house, or he bought something. In his mind, I don't think he ever expected to go back down to the minors. So imagine they was to send him back down to the minors, right? You got to find an apartment or stay in the hotel. Who knows for how long? And what if the person they put to replace him starts playing really good? I personally, I don't care. To me, I see it as a business, and sometimes you got to make the tough decision. It's not personal. If you want to stay up here, do better. Do better. Oh. Stephen Kwan will be a huge upgrade for us. Hell yeah, it would.
You the real MVP.
Yankees for the win, my brother. Okay, you're 50-50, but it pays 10-1. Think about it. Oh yeah, I mean, at that point, it's paying 10-1 right now. Really? That's the odds. I gotta look that up. That's what Vegas is saying. I thought Vegas still had the Yankees like making the playoffs. You talking about the playoffs or the World Series? Because if that's the odds, I don't care. I'll throw a little money there. It's like the stock market, right? You don't bet what you can't afford. Like, it's every time I make a bet, or if I buy a stock, right? If I buy options when I used to trade, I take it as a loss already. Like, that money's never coming back. And if it comes back, if I hit, then I'm good. I don't know what he's talking about. Curse of Trump Tower. Hold on a second. I don't know what they're watching back there, but sounds weird. The world is laughing at the. You're right, man. I'm not laughing. I'm disappointed in my team, man. But I get why. You're right. Everybody's laughing at the Yankees. Yankees have the 4th best odds of winning the World Series by Vegas. A good bet would be like the Boston Red Sox, because they're right there. Yeah, Vegas still believes in the Yankees, but I sure the hell don't, especially at 10-1 to miss the postseason. Man, yeah, that's a nice bet right there. A really nice bet. I don't know, man. I think I'm trying to hold on to hope, guys. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it is looking very, very bad for this team. Like, look, I didn't make that thumbnail for no reason, man. Look, this team, this is bad. All right, this is really, really bad. It's not good at all. None of this, and even some of the moves, I feel like they're starting to panic a little bit. Yassine, you're right, man, and Pete's right about that. And not only the Yankees, but the fans too expect to win. They expect the Yankees to win even when they're clearly not good. Like, even right now, people are like, "Oh no," people are telling me like, "No, 100% they're making the playoffs." I'm like, I wouldn't say 100%, and I wouldn't guarantee that they're making it to the playoffs right now. Because a lot of that talk was in 2023. We had a lot of that same talk, you know. I hope they will. I think they would. But even if they do, man, they're gonna go in the postseason stumbling and fumbling and blow it right away with the way they playing right now. This team right now, they have to fix some major issues, and I'm hoping that Cashman, man, I'm hoping that dude does he pulls a Houdini trick, freaking some magic like we've never seen. He's gonna do some voodoo, something, do something, man. Bring us back, bro, please. This team is freaking, they dead right now. It's just nothing. Like, this team don't have a pulse, man. They look lifeless. And even when they do come back, you know, Judge, what was versus Toronto with that home run to come back. And then the series before that, the first 4-game series, he had that big 2-run home run to late in the game to tie, and they still lost. Today, you know, freaking, they can't win. They fall back, came back 6-5, right? You feel like, okay, there's a chance, like we could do something. Nope. Immediately, they score like 10 more runs or 7 more runs, whatever it was. I was like, my goodness, dude. Every time this team comes back, the bullpen gives it all up. They'll come back, the bullpen gives it right back. It's demoralizing. Either that or immediately first inning, they down 7-zip, 4-zip. And it's like, bro, when you're an offense, you're like, man. Like, it's really demoralizing. It really is. I think, and I've been saying this for a minute, and you guys know, you guys who've been rocking with me for a little bit here, you know I've been saying it, and I've been saying it. The bullpen is the number one problem this team has. I've been saying it before, since before the June swoon, the whatever they call it, the June Boone swoon. I was like, this bullpen is bad, and it needs to be fixed. Like, we're not going nowhere with this bullpen. And at the time, they were just surviving. But I'm like, yeah, and everybody's like, well, but this guy got these numbers. And I'm like, yeah, because he's been beating up on some pretty bad lineups, some pretty bad teams. But as soon as we start facing some tough teams, oh, they're going to feast on these guys. And that's what's been happening. That's what's been happening. Yeah, I see you say, can Jesus Christ save the Yankees right now? I seen, I agree, and also agree that dude from the you talking about Pete Simonetti, is overrated ego maniac. Oh, no, don't say that, dude. Now, P's an OG. You know what, man? Yeah, I tell you what, he's a lot of this shit that we're saying now, and he's been saying it for years, man. You may not like him, but he's been saying this stuff for years. I mean, you may not like him, but you gotta admit though, he was on it. Who's an Angels fan? Oh, you talking about, you guys are crazy in the chat. Man, I try to read all the chats, but sometimes it's difficult because it's starting to become a lot of y'all in here. And I appreciate it though. I really do. I appreciate it. You know what? Y'all want to do a trivia? I got some new questions. I haven't looked at them though. They generated from ChatGPT, so I don't know if they're good or not. Y'all want to do trivia? Let me know. I know, Axe, you new to this. So I have a trivia thing. In the chat, you just put A, B, C, or D for whatever the answer is. And sometimes I do prizes. Right now, I'm not going to do any prizes because I don't have nothing to give away. Yeah, it's all right. Do Yankee trivia. Do Yankees suck? I don't know. ABC, what's the options? That might be one of the questions too. I don't know. Nah, it's not. But it is about Yankees. Next time I'll do all of baseball. Y'all ready? A, B, C, or D in the chat, guys. The faster you answer, the more points you get. I picked the wrong one. Man, that was the longest 45 seconds of my life. Bobby Richardson won the World Series MVP in 1960, despite the Yankees losing the series. I didn't look at these questions too, I swear. I have not seen this question. I guessed that one. I don't even know who Bobby Richardson is. Let's do one. There's 5 of them. We're gonna do all of them. Who was the first Yankees rookie to hit 30 home runs in a single season? See, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Joe DiMaggio maybe, or Mickey Mantle. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who's Bobby Richardson. Look it up. I told you I didn't check these questions. Usually I check them first before I show them, but I didn't have time to. Aaron Judge set the rookie record with 52 home runs in 2017. So he was the first rookie with 30 home runs. Oh, Dev Finch. Which Yankees pitcher threw the franchise first ever perfect game? Franchise first ever perfect game. I don't know. I guess who's the oldest here? We'll go with. I think 45 seconds is too long, right? Feels like it. Don Larson threw the first. Yep. What's up with them Yankees? Danny Boy was good, man. The Yankees they a hot mess right now. They're a hot mess. Let me just get through 2 more of these questions and then we'll continue. Who was the last Yankee to win the batting triple crown? Oh, it's a good one. I said Ohtani has 1 million on the Yankees tomorrow. Damn. Under his new interpreter's account. I'm gonna bring back the giveaways. You see the Yankee light there? I gotta make one for Welkin. I have the Thor hammers too. I gotta send one to my boy Dev. And then I'm gonna make some more stuff so we could give it away. This is the last one, man. Last one, guys. It's more fun when we playing for something, you know, and then people take it serious. Which Yankees hitter famously hit 4 home runs and a doubleheader as a rookie? Joe DiMaggio hit 4 home runs in one day against the St. Louis Browns. Damn. That was a long time ago. A long, long time ago. That's pretty much the last one right there. All right, final score. Damn. I beat y'all. Ha ha. No, I'm just playing. No, but I'm going to do it more often, probably like once a week. And I used to do a whole show for the trivia, but it wasn't gaining the traction that I wanted. So let me put that away. Oh, crap. All right. So, damn Yankees, right? Let's take a look around the league. The Marlins beat the Brewers. Arizona 1-0 over the Pirates. Orioles lost. Oh, so that means that, okay, so the Rockies are playing the Orioles in Camden Yards. So he's right there. He could drive over to New York. Unless they want to let him go home and pack up, I don't know. Maybe get his family and stuff, but he could do that later. I wonder how it works. Like when a player gets traded, it's crazy. The A's beat the Houston Astros 15-3. They got smashed. Twins over Washington Nats 1-0. Seattle and Anaheim and the LA Angels are tied. Nick Kurtz, man's a beast. Is he still considered a rookie? Because if he is, he might be the rookie of the year. Or he's up there for rookie of the year. Blue Jays 6-2 over Detroit. They beat them 2 times in a row. Detroit, I don't know what's going on with the Tigers. They're going through it. White Sox over the Cubs 12-5. 0 rings Mariners. Yeah, I think they're the only franchise to never play in a World Series or never win a ring or something like that. The Tigers are getting the Canley treatment. Well, what's up with Tommy Canley? I think you spelled Tommy Canley wrong. It's Khanle. You're seeing why you keep saying this, bro? I don't understand. Boone is the Barney the purple dinosaur. You commented that like 20 times already. 4.7. Damn, I thought he was pitching good with them. What happened to him? He must have fell off a map. He fell off the face of the earth, man. Look at you know what's crazy? That a lot of people were like, "Oh, Tommy, look at him, and he's doing." I'm like, he always does that. Just wait, though. Just wait. He starts. I don't know if he gets tired or he gets arm fatigue. The same reason why he threw 64 changeups in a row in the World Series and in the postseason last year. I think his arm was cooked, man. Per Katie Sharp, Yankees are 14-22 since June 13th. That's the second worst record in MLB during that span. Yeah, that's a long time, man. We're talking about a month and a half at that point. Ahead of only the Nats. Damn. Tommy only throws 2 pitches. Yeah, no, I know. But in the postseason, he only threw 1 pitch, and that was the changeup. He threw 64 changeups in a row. The Mets are winning right now 6-1. Graham says, what happened tonight is not anything to do with Boone. I agree and disagree with you, right? Because obviously Boone ain't out there playing. But he's in charge, man. That's the whole thing. Look, when you're in charge of something, and you know this, Graham, because you served in the military. When you're the leader, when you're in charge, guess who gets the blame for everything? You're the one to blame. Your squad, your platoon, whatever, that's your responsibility. They're a reflection of your leadership. Whether you like it or not, right? It used to happen to me, man. I'm like, damn, this dude, I can't control what this dude does when he goes home. But It is what it is. And look, 8 years of the same stuff, a year over year, year after year after year, is the same stuff. It's not only Boone though. It's a lot of Cashman. It's the whole organization. The whole organization is just bad. They're just bad. The buck stops with Boone. I think yeah, he's when you're in charge, man, unfortunately, that's what happens. The Tigers are 1-9 in the last 10. Yeah, they're in a tough stretch. But they got such a comfortable lead that they're still like what, 5-6 games over these guys? Hold on, let me pull this up. They're still 7.5 games up on the Guardians. They're good. Let's look at the West. Damn, even the Astros are kicking the ass right now. It's crazy, man. We still stuck on 56 wins. I feel like, man, I feel like we were like I feel like we were close to like 50 wins for like 2 months in a row. It's crazy. Absolutely insane, man. This team, you know, is unfortunate, man, but what are you gonna do, right? Just hope they could figure it out, start playing better, and hope they catch fire. Let's just hope they catch fire. Like, just start, if all they can do is hit home runs, let's hope they start freaking just hitting a ton of home runs, scoring 15 runs a game. So that way even the bullpen can't mess that up. But knowing with this bullpen, they probably still mess it up. There's not enough offense that could save this pitching right now. It's just not enough offense that could save them. Look, today we put up, what, 5 runs? You would think with 5 runs you have a decent chance of winning. And instead, as soon as we caught back up, they just gave up another 6 runs. Okay. It doesn't stop at Boone. It starts at ownership. I own a few businesses, everything that happens. Yeah, how to? Yeah, that's why I said it's the whole organ from the top. And it doesn't even, it starts it from how, and the shit rolls downhill, and then boom. But Boone is the face of this franchise. He's the guy that talks to the media every day. So he's gonna get it the worst. But it's all the way down to even the minor league system, all the way down the scouting department, the way they scout, the way everything they do on this team is just, I don't know if it's complacency. They got too complacent, too arrogant, or something, but this team is cooked. They are cooked, man. Hard to hit home runs against good pitching. Teams with winning records have good pitching. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's why I say you just got to hope that they freaking just go on a tear, man. Just something. Because, they make some big-time moves. Maybe they make some big-time moves. Maybe they surprise us. And get people like a Steven Kwan, like some big-time dudes that can really have an impact immediately on this team. I'm talking about not moving the Ryan McMahon trade. It barely moved the needle, but it moved the needle at least. But I'm looking for people that's just gonna at least give us a fighting chance, man. Oh, Jake, Jake? You just joined. That's why. You just joined, man. You got to rewind it. The fuming, anger, and everything, that was in the beginning. At this point, now this team is exhausting, man. I'm just tired. I've been up since pretty much all night. I had to go to work. I had a long, long day. I'm just chilling. I'm enjoying my little buzzball, my little margarita. And after this, I'm going to probably eat something and go to sleep. Because your boy is tired. I'm old. I'm getting old, man. Eyes is getting old. It's become a habit now. Every game, the Yankees make an error. Yeah. Yep. 9 errors in the last 4 games. I mean, some games they score more. They get more errors than runs. It's crazy. Yeah. At the end, I do get angry, but at the end of the day, it's like, what are you gonna do? You know, I still gotta be up in the morning, go to work. So life goes on, right? Life goes on, but it is frustrating. It's more, more than angered. At this point, I'm not even like. It's not. I'm not even that mad because I kind of expect it already from these guys. I'm just disappointed, man. I feel let down. I feel disappointed in this team, and I feel the shame, dude. Look, I go to work. I wear my Yankee hat. It's embarrassing. People look at me like, "Damn, y'all suck." Like nobody wants to go around there. You want to feel proud of your team, and I don't care though. I still wear my Yankees gear, but you look at us like, man, people are coming up to me like I lost a loved one. They're like, man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Like, are you okay? I'm like, what you mean? They're like, the Yankees. I'm like, damn, you act like I like somebody died or something, bro. I'm good. They're like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. It's crazy. This team, man, is on life support, but at least there's some hope. Some of y'all want to pull the plug on this team. I'm not there yet, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting there. But anyway, y'all, man, I'm gonna wrap this up right here. I appreciate you all joining me. I really, really do. Jacob, my guy. Yeah, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try to wake up early.
You the real MVP.
Yankees for the win. Appreciate you. He says, "You're funny, my friend. The only way we win a World Series this year is to switch our hats or uniform to LA." Damn. You ever seen the Homer Simpson meme? And he just backs up and he has like a Cowboys jersey and backs up into the bush and comes out with a different team. I'm gonna do one of those. Now I would never do that. Ever, ever, ever. I'm a diehard Yankee fan, dude. I'm gonna go down with the ship too. But I expect more from this team, man. It's a shame. It's a disgrace, to be honest. Like, this team is a national treasure. I know a lot of other fan base, they're gonna think I'm crazy, but it really is. This team is part of American history. And y'all just gonna freaking run this team into the mud like this? Terrible, man. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. I appreciate the Yankees for the win. Welcome, Bruce Lee, Axe 238. Even though you're not a Yankees fan, Danny Boy, my boy, I haven't seen you in a minute. And everybody, if I miss your name, Katie, Jake, Cat Mama, Ken, Mary T, even Mary T, you're not a Yankee fan, but I'm going to still show you love. If I miss your name, man, I'm sorry. William G. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. I really do. Hopefully, look, at the end of the day, it's just a game, right? It's just a game. We'll be all right. Let's go Yankees. Hopefully tomorrow we get some more news, or maybe another trade or something, and we'll take it from there. If not, it is what it is. We look forward to next year. That's going to do it for me. I'll be on tomorrow morning with the morning show. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Have a blessed night. Peace.